Sammy Johnson. Do you know why I put them there? This is our first. It's a very short story. And then we take a break and then we come to court. Samuel Okudzeto Blakwa here has made an attempt, a very bizarre one, to define 24-hour economy. He has. It's a totally bizarre one. He's made an attempt to do so. Samuel Gyamfi has demonstrated the highest dereliction of duty of any national propaganda secretary of a party. Johnson Asedu Ketia, the chairman of the NDC, has also attempted a definition of a 24-hour economy, which is a policy statement made by President John Dramani Mahama. Now I come to Samuel Gyamfi. The reason why Samuel Gyamfi, who is the National Propaganda Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, the reason why I'm tackling him tonight for dereliction of duty is this. You are Samuel Gyamfi. You are the National Propaganda Secretary of the National Democratic Congress. Your presidential candidate, a former president, issues a policy statement. I will deliver a 24-hour economy. Once he says that, it behoves you, Samuel Gyamfi, the National Propaganda Secretary of the National Democratic Congress. It behoves you to now detail it in a document, like the Americans would say, a document. You have to isolate it in a document and tell your communicators, 24-hour economy, background, concepts, implementation, demerits, merits, then you draw a line on the page. Next page, questions to anticipate from our opponents, This is how you answer the question, You give them a brief. Samuel Gyamfi, the National Propaganda Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, this is your work. You give them a brief. Now, it is obvious that there's no such brief that accompanies the policy declaration by President Mahama. And that is where the problem is. On whose head do you put the problem, Samuel Gyamfi? Why is he not able to do that? It's not that he's not an intelligent man. He's an intelligent man. But he is chasing tapes and following after Jakpa. That is the reason why he's not able to do his work. And while he's not able to do his work, he goes around denying that people who are fluffing out, completely fluffing out the policy statement of President Mahama are not either members of the NDC or they are not members of the communication. Viewers, let me cut a long story short. One guy appeared on television, nice guy, doctor something. I'll show you the video in a minute. And he was asked, what is 24-hour economy? Charlie, the thing the guy said is the most bizarre of all of them. But it's not as bad as Samia Blakwa's own, which I'll go to soon. So without much ado, let's see that video. The one that created the trouble for the guy, and the one that shows that Samuel Gyamfi has been derelict in his duty as the National Propaganda Secretary of the National Democratic Congress. Have a look at the video.
The 24-hour economy, papa, yen and moi. John Dramani Mahama said what the modern farming techniques and the deba. Under animal farming. We'll call baby to say Pudon or China. We'll call her animal farming. Wouldn't say Jatani Mwaka see elephant near the gum egu farm numbi. And you wouldn't mean Cosset or Quacodo. And I said, oh, what could be any know. It would decay setting up plantation in the BA. We are no jam one ago. Not jam one guma. Obey here almost swap. What would the plain ever Fabium? No mas as ever and one in any other. Not proud to that, no. What training expert for our Mosso Ebeshem choir, a friend say, or more Ebeshem one, so Bobby area, a bit my one of Pania near the other. Nasanyoma way in an air baswa, a bad one or more Marie a Greek, a waggy KNUST, Legon, woman in Abbey Jumaye.
With all that we are saying, I'm quite confused.
Okay.
I'm confused because I'm confused and I say, animal really no say yeah animal farming no say jatani winning in no ebe benefits.
Yeah, yes. Reason is ebe my tourist attraction.
Okay, good.
Because Ukopudon.
Now more of tourism.
Tourism
than say yeah re animal na
to that no so no emo na kasa no ubetimi a export to be.
Okay.
Who export no na sika no dey enioma na ekọ no.
Okay.
Na unya dollars. Dollars ne ba na bebo sika sama dey ejina.
Okay.
Proud to that, no. Te wo make a exportation no movement how be no adwe say wo di nyoma ni bi kɔ no ha na de kɔ no wo de kɔ no wo benya dollars na ba dollars ba because country bia na wo kan nyoma more than the export to bia no country na ho de ye de eba fo and na Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia ba ya wentimi anya wa ma ho chaba eti wo mo we extension officers ni ade ni nyina no wo benya adwuma ye wo mo ye ayi for machinery for no a ye beto wo offensive land ni nyina omo so benya adwuma ye proud to that Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia eba ya oka say obey one district one factory wentimi and he was John Dramani Mahama say under one district one factory no wo no de obey be embark on agro
I say Dayo Nyame Media. Viewers, have you heard it? Hey, Charlie, politics can destroy nice people. Oh, look at this nice man. He has a PhD. He really does. He's worked hard for a PhD. I mean, you heard him. That is his understanding. 24-hour economy. We are going to rear lions, tigers. We will spray the nutrition onto them. 24-hour economy. So all hell broke loose because everyone thought that this was very bizarre and it became a laughing stock. All hell broke loose. Okay, so whilst all hell broke loose, Samuel Gyamfi, the National Propaganda Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, then put out a press statement 13 June entitled Kesbin TV Video in Circulation. Dr. William Atawusu not a member of the NDC communication team. Because of the embarrassment, Samuel Gyamfi was looking for a way out because it is his responsibility to organize a document that defines the 24-hour economy, in the background with the research, demerits, merits, implementation plan, how it will affect the GDP, how it will affect business, the cumulative effect, the aggregate effect, all of that is a communication responsibility that should be undertaken by Samuel Gyamfi, the National Propaganda Secretary of the National Democratic Congress. He didn't do his work. Then he quickly pens a document on social media. He's fighting with Kesbin TV for even fielding the guy on their show because according to him, the guy is not a member of the National Democratic Congress's communication team. He's not a member of the army that he leads. But why should he be a member? When Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo declared one district, one factory, every MPP member could borrow from the leaf of the communication and talk about it. You don't need to be a member of the communication team. Every MPP member who finds himself on radio or television, member of parliament, whatever, understood how to articulate one district, one factory. What Akufo-Addo said, one district, one factory was the same thing Dr. Bawumia said, the same thing Samia Oku said, the same thing everybody said, the same thing Esla Osu said, same. Why? Because the National Communication Directorate must have put together a brief that this is the presidential candidate's vision of one district, one factory. Even if John Mahama has not put together a brief, it is Samuel Gyamfi's work to put the brief together and share among his people. Now, he doesn't do his work. He's derelict in his duty, and this is what he produces. 13 June 2024, Kesbin video. Let's see what he says. It says, my attention has been drawn to a video in circulation in which one Dr. William Atawusu is seen on Kesbin FM offering a bizarre explanation of the transformational 24-hour economic policy of the NDC. For the records, Dr. William Atta is neither a parliamentary candidate nor a member of the NDC's regional communications team that I lead. The views expressed by him on 24-hour economy policy don't in any way represent the position of the party. We urge all producers of various political talk shows in Ashanti region to stick to the approved list of communicators sanctioned by the party in inviting representatives of the NDC to their program. Again, another faux pas. In doing so, I'll come to that. I need that slide back. Wait a minute. In doing so, what he did, Samuel Gyamfi should have. You see what we do in communication. Anybody who's done communication before, when you finish, then you write background, something, things to know. He could even have done FAQs FAQs means frequently asked questions. These are all tools of communication that every communication person understands. So in putting this out, he could have followed with FAQs. Frequently asked questions. What is, you can say, for the avoidance of doubt, readers, for the avoidance of doubt, this is the 24-hour economy. FAQs, frequently asked questions. What is 24-hour economy? 24-hour economy is a policy by John Mahama. When will 24-hour economy take place? 24-hour economy will take place when How will 24-hour economy help the youth? 24-hour economy, FAQs. I don't know whether he doesn't know all that. I think he does. Otherwise, he will not be propaganda secretary of the National Democratic Congress. So he didn't even take the opportunity of this publication to offer the explanation of the 24-hour economy. He didn't. All he said is that the man that you are all laughing at, he is not my man. Forget about him. I don't know him. Kesby people found him themselves. He is not a member of my team. Don't associate him to us. The views he expressed about tiger and lion are his own tigers and his own lions. He should deal with them. Okay, so get me the NDC sacks, the other slide. NDC sacks communication member for saying 24-hour economy will rear lions. That's on 15 June. The guy is fired. Dr. Atawusu, I feel sorry for you. Now, this is the catch. This 24-hour economy, who has been able to say what it is? What do I have here? Kesbin's response is this. Kesbin people, the Kesbin radio people, they responded. They said, evidence. Kesbin media, can I open it? Yeah, great. Kesbin media can authoritatively report that Dr. William Atawusu was introduced by Abbas Nuruddin to our producers as an addition to Ashanti Regional NDC communication team. And as a member, he can be featured on political shows on Kesbin. Okay, so this is the text message they produce. Here, somebody is sending to the Kesbin people, I believe it's Nuruddin, Abbas Nuruddin, is sending to the Kesbin people the number of Dr. William Atawusu. Then he is writing to PSCA. So yes, Abbas NDC, you can see at the top of the WhatsApp message. This WhatsApp message is becoming a matter because in Richard Jacquet's case, he gives you only 21%. Then he will keep the rest, 80% for himself. So Abbas NDC is the way in which PSCA of Kesbin has saved the name. So this is the conversation they have. I think the September 2023 goes off, okay. 30th September 2023. He sends a phone number. He says, hi PSCA, this is Dr. William Atawusu, our latest addition to the Ashanti Regional Communications team. Please be featuring him on your political programs. PSCA replies and says, thank you, sir. Very grateful. Sami Jemfi. Sami Jemfi. Have you seen this message? Sami Jemfi, you are an important political officer of an important political party. You make a bold statement without even consulting Abbas Nuruddin. That in fact, if you are spoken to Abbas Nuruddin, to ask Abbas Nuruddin that, na Abbas, William Atawusu na okogu yenima se wo Kesbin, unim no. He would have said, oh yeah, oh, boss, yes, I know him. You know, he's one of us, but the way he spoke there wasn't good. But why should Atawusu go on a show without a document in his hand on what is the meaning of the only policy that the flag bearer has announced 6 months to the election? This is the only policy that the flag bearer has announced. This is a flag bearer who is reeling under the pressure that he should name one thing he did when he was president. He should name one policy success when he was president. He should just name one when he was vice president. Name one since 2016. The candidate comes and says, okay, take it, 24-hour economy, I've named one. This is a futuristic policy. Up until now, 6 months to the elections, Sami Jemfi has not developed a template to cover what the presidential candidate said. NDC people, are you listening? Your national communication director, the propaganda secretary, he has not up till now. And if I were the flag bearer, I'll be upset with him. The flag bearer should be upset with him. But I'm sure he's not. I don't know anyway. But if I'm flag bearer, I will be very angry with the guy. I have spoken about a policy. You have not even fine-tuned it. You have not put it together. You have not done that. What is wrong with you? What is happening? Etc., etc. Now he goes out and in his embarrassment and panic, He puts out a statement and says, oh, the guy is not with us. Kesman TV say, hold on, sir. Take your time. Data doesn't lie. Take your time. Social media doesn't forget. This is the record. Your man, Abbas Nuruddin, who leads Ashanti region, wrote to Kesman and said that William Atawusu, he is one of us. So please feature him. This is the problem. Oh. This is the problem. Now, thank you. Let's come to the other explanations of 24-hour economy. And ask Samiji Fida, why was he unable to comment on those? Listen to Ablakwa and the way he struggled to even talk about what it means. Have a look.
Someone would argue that it's ill-defined and it's difficult to convince us that is the wholesome solution to the problems of our country right now.
What's ill-defined about it? I mean, the 24-hour economy is a 24-hour economy. We want to move.
Well, we are not learning more about how to operationalize. What we've got from the NDC.
You clearly have not been listening to us, and you've not been. You want me to send you there? We have a whole blueprint.
I have seen the packet.
Yes.
But it's only a simplified version of what will actually be applied. We are yet to understand how this will be operationalized so that the Ghanaian people can reap from it. The NDC is taking too long in giving us that, but it's been propagating 24-hour economy. A buzz which some will say is trailing off.
Oh, yeah, certainly. It's caught on. And the TUC has described this as a game changer. And that's what this country has been waiting for. It's an idea whose time has come. Look, we have put out the blueprint. We have said that the flag bearer is just teasing out portions of our manifesto. Very soon, in a few months, we are going to launch the manifesto. And that's where, if you want the full program to go into the details, the bolts and nuts, you're going to have it. But there's nothing mysterious. It's not rocket science. We are not saying we are going to space. I mean, we're just talking about a 24-hour economy which has worked in other jurisdictions and can work here.
Is that all? It's just a 24-hour economy for the NDC going into the 2024 election. It's a very simple concept.
I earlier talked about how we are going to deal with corruption. The flag bearer has said that you have a no-nonsense approach. He has said that he will start from home. Charity begins at home, and that even his own appointees will not be spared. He's talked about constitutional reforms. And under constitutional reforms, he's talked about a whole swath of governance, governance reforms, which include, cancelling the ex gratia, for example, reducing the number of ministers. He has said that he can work with no more than 60 ministers, where we are now 87 and the likes, and it's going to be more because we thought that there's been a reshuffle. We thought they would take advantage of this reshuffle to reduce the number of ministers, but that's not what has happened. People are being removed from sector ministers. They are being sent to the presidency. They are still going to be drawing from public funds. And then at the lands ministry, I'm told the deputy minister who was removed has just been appointed a special advisor to the minister. So virtually nobody is going home. Everybody is being asked to hang on to continue to draw scarce taxpayer funds. So we are saying that we are not going to have this obese government.
On the bread and butter issues is the 24-hour economy.
The 24-hour economy. The 24-hour economy. We're talking about infrastructure. He said that look, we must continue with our program to have every regional capital having an airport. He's talked about the need to have in agriculture to have farm banks.
So I keep asking
cooperatives. So we have not put out our comprehensive.
Please, what did he say? Viewers, what did he say? What did the star boy Ablakwa, even him, he kept referring to some brochure. We have a brochure, and when the manifesto comes out, we are going to explain it. And Akufo-Addo said one district, one factory. He wait for manifesto. He just said, this is what it means. That every district within this will have a factory. The factory will be determined by the thing that the district produces. So if you're a district and we see there's natural palm oil, so the districts and the factories were supposed to come out of the natural circumstance of the district. So if you're a district and you have mangoes naturally, we'll put a mango factory. If you're a district and you have orange naturally, we put an orange factory. If you're a district and you naturally have horticulture, we put a horticulture factory. In the second phase of it, we'll see how we can blend those things. GMO is there. We can blend somebody's orange with somebody's mango to do mango orange juice. And there came a coffee juice in the central region. Because the central region demonstrated that they could grow pineapple. So a coffee came and it's there now. They're exporting. That's very simple and straightforward. What is the policy has been said by in some documents when the manifesto, the flag bearer is teasing it out. TUC like it. It's about getting airports everywhere. Let's not go far. The chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Asidun Ketia, this is his understanding of 24-hour economy.
24-hour economy, no. The Ayabaya say, Abai Ebecha electricity boa, ewo from Kura, Ediama, Enyuma Yafua. Mobeba juma anajo numa beya juma. Enti moya fundraise. Moya welders. Mo kura eka sinini ya manema mu hia electricity pa no. Mo penufo. Na mo juma emfasua ba mo mo ba sign na mo ba juma anajo. Anajo yusu electricity a na ne boa ya dey akofom. Wo mo ya iron rods. Ene ya mu yusu anyama wode kese no mo be ye mo adwuma anajo a wo be hu se anyama wode bo be kofam pa aboa mo ama mo nya mfaso na maburu no so wo mo anya adwuma aye enti abana nteni a church 24-hour economy num na muji tumu a eno aye game changer ewo oman Ghana.
Johnson Asidun Ketia. You heard him. He said the 24-hour economy means that electricity will be cheaper in the evening. So if you are somebody who uses electricity like you are a fitter or a welder or that kind of thing, you can stop working in the afternoon and work in the evening because electricity will be cheaper in the evening. Electricity will be cheaper in the evening when ECG, from the time we were children, Gridco, they've told us that peak time is evening. That is the peak time. So that is when, if there's doomsday or anything, it happens more in the evening because it's peak time. Everybody's light is on because people are at home. In the afternoon, some people go all the way to work at the ministries. If you're in Accra, they go to Kumasi in the center. If you're in Kumasi or Takrade or Tamale, that kind of thing. But Asidun Ketia says that it is in that evening, which is peak time, that is when the ECG will make the electricity cheaper. So that if you're a welder, you need not work in the morning. You just have to go and work in the evening. That is his understanding of 24-hour economy. There's no blueprint. The last one I'll show you is this guy who is not a top brass of the party, but he showed up in a studio and he also has something to say. 24-hour economy. This is what he said.
Also, about 40 day hour
24 hours economy.
Now, how do you know
24-hour economy no. Obiati ase. Very very simple. Sisi ase ya buy about 10. Ekobot 10. Abona ekobot 10. Yapon another president another program it was what it's another 24 hours na yakwa anim anambwa yapon mo show na studio na ho anambwa we put my studio na sada so from 10 to 11
off
mo pon but another political program enkoso biom another anambwa
diga we pon 24-hour economy
that's sada so host here
na sada so be politics
yes no so host here sia to aso ono so pon na pa na omomudi wona musaba na yakwa anim Silo numpong, obi amfili ase na ase edwuma to aswa.
Na ye yempong.
Mo mpong, but a program HCR program ne pong anamboa. Program ne pong, ya pong CCR empefort na mo twen. Na go se nya tan bebre because on say me kula book na me buy. Me kula book, full book na me buy. The all say into say me kasa na content say be ya in set time endorse. Nja ga ya pong no 24 hours economy na ga salate wo sie. Say 1 hour na 2 hours ah. Na ya to aso and 12 2 and a point, upon your coffee.
Namoso Pana for Fraba.
Never Fraba.
The politics throughout.
Never say another before for peace FM some year this way. We blah blah blah. So we sing now. Now almost bon do. Now say one na cost. And never my economy let me. Yet me boss you can yet be in 10 because baby I think they of an wash. Who said dollar circus review?
And a 24-hour
economy. Who said dollar circus review? So
meaning.
Ya kwaje 3 billion if I buy dollar yes stable.
Me ma
So when you close Good Evening Ghana, then when I close, then Apriku and the team will come. They continue Good Evening Ghana till 2 a.m. When they close, another group can they will do Good Evening Ghana 24 hours, 24-hour economy. Whose fault is it? Samuel Jemfi, the National Propaganda Secretary of the National Democratic Congress. He's been unable or he's failed to develop a simple blueprint that his communicators can work with. That's what has happened. It is on his shoulders. This is the problem. all political parties must have communications people who are up to the task so that Ghanaians can have something to choose from, so that we have good, and then we choose one. We don't want a politics. That's what I've been crying about. Yeah, I like Dr. Bawumia, no doubt about it. But what I've been crying about, having covered so many elections, is that let's have one election one day where this is good, that is good. All parties are solid. That is what Ghanaians deserve. That is what Ghanaians deserve. But if people are doing this kind of politics, where instead of focusing on his work and delivering something that is of high standard for Ghanaians to make a choice about, he is chasing jackpot tapes. That's what will happen. He's not sitting down in his office and dreaming the strategy that will help Ghanaians, not NDC people only, Ghanaians to be able to assess it and make a determination, to interrogate it. He's not doing that. So his people don't know what 24 economy is. This one says that, this one says that, this one says that. Because he hasn't realized, then he has the effrontery to be sacking people from the party. Okay, we don't have too much time. I've gone